An Uber dilemma news submitted by Best Boston Accent. Best Boston Accent. I was trying to do it.
That was so bad.
I know. I don't know what they. I can't do it.
Really? I thought it was pretty good.
Oh, I heard something way off.
Boston.
Maybe because I knew what she was trying to do.
Yeah.
A child died after taking an Uber alone. Oh shit. But drivers say they can't afford to reject kids.
Dude, Uber is so scary. Did he get kidnapped? Was it the driver? He was crazy?
Did he need an EpiPen?
You thought you went in a whole other way.
It's always kids needing fucking EpiPens.
Could be, yeah.
Aw. All right, so this was a 12-year-old girl who took an Uber by herself 2 days after she installed the app on her mom's phone without her mom knowing. And she used a gift card that she had received as a gift. And she took this Uber to go to this parking structure and she killed herself.
Oh my god.
That's not what I was thinking at all.
Yeah.
Well,
What the fuck?
So did it happen in the Uber or like?
No.
she just
not
used the
related.
Uber
It's
as
not
a means.
related.
So they're just using that as
Like she got there through Uber.
Yeah, she got there through Uber.
Well, she could have got there on bicycle, but by walking,
bus.
the problem wasn't Uber.
Well, it is because it's against Uber's policy to accept minors.
Oh, by themselves.
But the drivers are saying like, listen, yeah, we shouldn't be picking up minors, and yeah, you're telling us not to, but there's all these consequences that happen if we deny a ride.
Yeah, they get charged.
The rating, and then they won't get the cancellation fee. Like the drivers have to go after Uber to get the cancellation fee that they're owed. Even if it's like, because they just recently put the option like under like the reason why you're canceling, and that's because it's a
Minor.
yeah. They also have this thing for drivers where if you accept 3 rides in a row, you end up getting certain rewards or like consecutive ride bonus.
Yeah.
And so they'll get extra pay, but if drivers cancel for any reason, even if it's an unaccompanied minor, they miss out on the additional money. So there's like all these other things that are preventing Uber drivers to really follow the policies because they rely so heavily on getting paid.
Yeah.
And I feel like most of the time when you're minor rights, it's like to go to the mall or to go to his friend's house. Because my brother uses it for that.
The parents have an Uber pick their kid up because they can't make it.
I feel like the parent right now in this situation is probably just looking for anyone to blame it on. And it's like you should not have accepted that right.
Of course, and then they're saying that they strongly believe that Uber took their daughter to the point of no return by accepting the ride. So they are saying that they never saw any signs in their daughter that she wanted to kill herself, that they didn't see any of that.
Are they even around to see that?
No, right?
Kids don't just
doesn't just
naturally.
happen.
Are we allowed to ask how she passed away?
I actually don't know.
It doesn't say?
I don't know.
Because I feel like if there was a plan of action, like she jumped from somewhere, she could have done it from her house. You know, like she didn't necessarily need to go to a parking structure.
Yeah, but,
That's tough.
But they do say that they're like, you know, how could you pick up this kid who's clearly underage? And she's like 4'11", 7th grader, and like, you know, it's your fault pretty much. And this was early in the morning by
That's
herself.
horrible.
So she decided to take a ride into downtown Orlando to go to this parking garage and do what she did.
I wonder why that specific garage.
Yeah, and like
She knows it was empty.
the address.
That's why it was Florida again.
It was Florida.
But dude, 12 years old and you're like doing this elaborate plan to like put the credit or the gift card and like use your mom's phone, get a ride and be like, all right, thanks for the ride. And then just like go up on a building. Like, how do you even have that much emotion at 12, you know?
No, there's suicides at like way younger than that.
Yeah, a lot.
Like bullying and stuff like that is a huge thing. They can't see life outside of
Their school.
Situation.
That's fucking crazy, dude.
So the girl's dad said that their daughter wrote in a suicide note that she thought she would have more difficulty getting an Uber and that she was basically past the point of no return now.
No way.
Oh, that
So,
the
like,
Uber
even-
would have stopped. Like if she couldn't get the Uber, she wouldn't have done it.
That's kind of what
That's
the
like-
dad
She could have walked there.
wrote in the.
That's a lot of misplaced blame.
Yeah. She was like, all right, if this Uber accepts my ride, I'm doing it. And
It means it's meant to be.
yeah.
I also feel that when you're in pain, like any kind of pain, especially the pain they're in, you're probably just like, dude, I just need someone to blame it on. Somebody needs to pay for this to make me feel better about
It needs to make sense somehow.
Yeah, dude.
Well, it's dangerous anyway. Like, kids shouldn't be with strangers. Like, we tell kids all the time, don't get into a
Stranger
stranger's
danger.
car.
But Ubers are so normalized.
Raped and stuff, you know? So, like, what are they gonna do to a
There is
child?
actually a kids Uber rideshare app that's for kids only, and I downloaded the app too. But the downside to that is that you have to request a ride 24 hours in advance.
Oh, so your parents can check.
No, so all the people driving, they're all like nanny certified people. It's usually women, and so like as a parent, like I would feel safe letting Isaac take a ride there, but the fact that it's 24 hours in advance, I'm like,
Pointless.
yeah, it's pointless because most of the times where I'm like, fuck, like it would be perfect if Isaac could get a ride to this thing right now, but it's always like at the drop of a hat. Like, we don't plan ahead like that for things like that. That's why I guess after reading the story, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, kids are taking Ubers by themselves? Like, that's crazy. So this is a 12-year-old little girl. Aww.
She looks kind of Filipino.
They didn't say anything else about the suicide letter?
That's all that I read.
Oh, she is, look.
Oh, she does look like Filipino white.
Yeah, these are the parents. So they're planning to sue Uber over that, and they're just hoping, like, you know, that this doesn't happen.
Dude, that sucks for the driver, too.
Yeah.
You know, to be, like, the one who caught that ride.
Fuck yeah. Well, so they're looking to see, like, who's to blame here.
That's like saying, you know, we're gonna sue the paper company in which she wrote the letter in, because if she wouldn't have had a paper, then, you know, she wouldn't have had a letter.
Yeah.
You know, it's just trying to place blame on anyone at that point.
Yeah, there was this one Uber driver that was being interviewed for this story, and they wanted to be anonymous because they didn't want any
Hate.
And so they said that there was this one time that they declined to give a 14 or 15-year-old ride to school, and so he reported that account for being an unaccompanied minor, and then he drove around the corner and waited, and because he was like, you know what, I'm just curious to see what happened. So he waited 4 to 5 minutes, and another Uber showed up, and then that driver took them.
Shit.
So it's not like Uber did anything about it.
No, yeah, even though he reported
It
it.
doesn't even mean anything.
Exactly.
Maybe this lawsuit is good though, because even though it has nothing to do with that driver and it's not the driver's fault, like Uber's gonna learn a lesson that they need to make whatever, you know,
Rules
things are
happen.
going on. Yeah, like this shouldn't be advantageous for them to go ahead and take those children.
Yeah, so the drivers that are being interviewed for this, they're saying, like, you know, yeah, the whole thing about being incentivized to not cancel rides is one thing because now you're playing with my money.
Yeah.
But then the other thing is that they're painting Uber to be just plain out greedy. They're like, you know what? If this kid wants to take a ride, who the fuck are we to say no? Like, they're just like, you know, we want to take the money.
And it's how many times out of the rides is it a bad ride? Like, I'm telling you, my brother takes Uber all the time because we're like, hey dude, I'm busy, I'm working, my sister's here, my mom's here, just take an Uber, you know? Like, literally from here to there, it's not a big deal. He gets home, we're all happy, you know? Hey, I'm gonna go to my friend's house. Okay, take an Uber, you know? He has his own Uber app.
Oh, I'm so jealous. I hated being a teenager and always asking my people for a ride.
I used to take the bus.
Me too.
It was gross.
Like the city bus.
I wish there was Uber
That
back
sounds more
then.
dangerous than Uber.
I literally
way more
I
dangerous.
got my ass grabbed so like at least twice as a teenager.
Yeah.
You know?
Looking back now, I'm like, damn, I was bold. I didn't even register as like, ooh, this is dangerous. I was like, yeah, I'm doing it on my own. I'm
Dude,
independent.
I went to high school in Downey, but I lived in Southgate. And I would take the bus from Downey all the way to Southgate. It would take me like an hour and a half to get home from all those stops. What the fuck was I doing on the bus? I was so young. I was a freshman.
and you're tiny too.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd much rather have my brother in an Uber than in a bus.
Yeah.
So I don't want them to cancel those kinds of rides, you know, because they're so helpful for other people. But
How old is he?
Manny, he's 16.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he's about to be 17. in
Well, he's
July.
still grown. He's kind of grown at this
Yeah, I
point.
mean,
So
he
maybe if
probably
it's
is,
16
too.
and up or something.
Yeah.
Like 10, 11, 12, like they really might not be able to do anything if something goes wrong, you know?
Yeah.
So that Uber for kids thing is called Hop, Skip, Drive. shout outs. I want you guys to be more
Successful
because this would prevent shit like this, I think. You know, like if it was more managed by
even
parents.
if it would have been a nanny, let's say that girl's schedule in the hop stick drive, whatever.
No, but you need the parent.
Right, but like she did it from her mom's phone too, you know, like the mom didn't realize that she ordered a ride. Imagine if she would have done it and then the nanny drops her off at the building. She's not asking her, what are you here for?
So I love hop skip drive for that reason, that they have to
Sponsor video.
Yeah. They have to, as soon as the person driving the kid, when they drop them off to a place, they need to be dropping them off in a place where they actually get assigned permit. Like they're handing them off to another adult. It's not like this kid's gonna be left alone. That's why I really like it, because it seems like really, really safe. I still haven't used it.
You just have to know 24 hours in advance that
that's the only downside for me. That's the reason why I haven't used it.
You know what they need? They need like an Uber for women, or like for people who feel threatened like that, you know, like
a drunk woman Uber.
Yeah, like
they do have those train cars in Japan where it's women only.
Oh, really?
It should just be Uber, but they should regulate better.
Right. Yeah. Like maybe have a background check on drivers.
Yeah.
If you made it drunk women Uber though, then it's like, you know, the person driving is like, oh, I'm only gonna get drunk women.
If they could just match women drivers with women passengers, it would just make a lot of shit go away.
Yeah, and I'm sure men would be like, but there's so many of us who are not like that.
But then less men are gonna be available to pick you up at any, like the whole convenience of Uber, like the 24 hours in advance is because probably they have way less drivers to have around.
Well, there could still be plenty of men that pick up men. It's just like women want to have the option to only get a female driver so that they know, like,
Just like those female only cars.
in Japan on the train.
Well, female drivers would feel more comfortable driving if it was female.
Yeah.
Passengers.
I used to be an Uber driver.
You did?
Yeah, I drove for Uber and Lyft right when I quit my job before I came out here.
Yeah.
Because I needed money before I got out here. And I definitely got sexually harassed at least once, like hardcore. And then other times it was just a little uncomfortable, and driving at night's definitely weird. I wouldn't do it now again.
Yeah, and it's scary to think about. Like, I never would do it because of that. Like, who's gonna get in my car? What do they have on them? Do they have a gun? Do they have
And they're behind you too.
Yeah.
It's not like they're sitting next to you. They're
Some
in
of
the
them
back.
did sit next to me, and that's what's even more scary, because like the guy that sexually harassed me was sitting in the front seat too, and I was like, oh fuck, it'd be easier if I could stop the car, put it in park, and like get out if some shit went down. But if he's right here, like he could fuck with me while I'm driving. So that was a scary part.
You didn't have a gun?
No.
You're in Texas, girl. You can own a gun.
I don't fucking know.
Oh.